we also had a question from audience, which from Aditya. It goes like this: if God is unbiased, why there is difference in suffering for each life form on the planet? And if it's karma, then why do we provide treatment to any patient or stand against any injustice or misery?
No, you are coming to me with a lot of stories, too many stories, and you are taking your stories as absolute and you want me to participate in your stories. You are saying if God is unbiased, why is there so much suffering in the world and why do people suffer differently, and if there is somebody is suffering, why should we offer the fellow help at all and such things. First of all, let us address the fundamental assumption. The fundamental assumption is that there is something called a God who made the world, and that justice or equanimity must be a value with that God. You are projecting and probably not even realizing that you are projecting, or maybe, as I said, you have a stake in that projection. Why do you think that, first of all, a creating entity, a creator, does exist in the same way this world exists, first of all? Secondly, why do you think that all the values that you hold dear to your chest must be espoused by that God as well? You like somebody to be merciful to you, so you say, oh, God is merciful. How do you know God is merciful? Are you bigger than God? Have you penetrated God's head? If there exists somebody called God at all, first place. What we are doing is, let us please see, go step by step. In this world, we find that everything that stands created has a creator as well, correct? So, we extrapolate. We say, this mobile phone, for example, came from a factory. There was a creating agency. There was a principle involving causation. Similarly, this universe is there, the planets are there, and so many. So, there has to be a creator. Don't you see what you are doing? You are taking yourself as the absolute. You are saying, because in my world, in my experience, everything has a creator, therefore, this universe must have a creator. So, what is at the core of your argument? You are at the center of your argument. You are saying, it is my experience, and my experience is absolute. Therefore, the world must have a creator. If this argument is to hold, then the world has only one creator, and that is you. Because you are the absolute in your own eyes. You are saying, I hope I am not just running away too fast. I hope we are together in this. Look at the construction of the argument, please. These are very juvenile, childish things. Some God sitting somewhere and deciding to create the universe one fine day, and he has nothing better to do than control the strings and pull up someone and punish the other one and reward someone and answer prayers and do this and that. These things are good for 5-year-olds. The world as you perceive it is your own creation. The world as you perceive it is your own creation. Kindly do not attribute some other creative agency. Therefore, Advait Vedant has no space for God. Aatma or Brahma are not God. Truth is not God. In fact, there are only two kinds of people in the world. One who speak the language of God or absence of God. Theists and atheists, they belong to one bracket, and then there are those who speak the language of truth. Are you getting it? if you speak the language of God and no God and such things, I believe in God, I do not believe in God, and there are huge debates, then essentially you are an egoist. Not only are you an egoist, you want to continue being an egoist, because the God that man talks of is nothing but his ego, and the God that man denies is again nothing but his ego. So, I bracketed these two together, theists, atheists. And then there are those who want to transcend themselves, who want to go beyond the ego. They say the ego is for sure false. I want to proceed into the truth. That is an entirely different category, a different dimension. Are you getting it? When you start seeing the falseness within, then all this that you call as the creation also starts dissolving for you, starts losing its meanings. The two stand together and fall together. The experiencer and the experienced object, the seer and the seen. Getting it? When you want to come to the truth, then both these suffer a dissolution, and that is called spiritual progress. That is called alleviation of suffering.